Dear children, welcome back to our class. Okay, today we have to discuss some problems. Listen. First question. Write the whole numbers in the arithmetic sequence 11 by 8, 14 by 8, 17 by 8, etc. Do they form an arithmetic sequence? Okay. You have given one arithmetic sequence 11 by 8, 14 by 8, 17 by 8, etc. Then our question is, do they form an arithmetic sequence? So, first we have to find out the nth term. Nth term is dn plus f minus d. Okay. Then first term 11 by 8, common difference is 3 by 8. Okay. Now substitute. D is 3 by 8, that is 3 by 8 n plus f 11 by 8, 11 by 8 minus 3 by 8. That is 3 by 8 n plus 11 minus 3, 8, that is 8 by 8. So, can be written as 3n plus 8. Okay. 3n plus 8 by 8. Why? Here the denominator is same. Okay. Now, if we put the values for n, 1, 2, 3, etc., we get the terms of the sequence 11 by 8, 14 by 8, 17 by 8, etc. Now, when n equals 8, the 8th term of the sequence is 3 into 8 plus 8 by 8. Why? Our nth term is 3n plus 8 by 8. So, substitute n equals 8. Okay. So, x8, that is the 8th term is 3 into 8, 24 plus 8 by 8. Okay. That is 32 by 8. The value is 4. The next, n equals 16. 16th term of the sequence is 3 into 16 plus 8 by 8. That is 48 plus 8 by 8. That is 56 by 8. That is 7. Okay. The next, when n equals 24, 24th term of the sequence is 3 into 24 plus 8 by 8. That is 72 plus 8 by 8. So, 80 by 8, the value is 10. Okay. What about these numbers 4, 7, 10, etc.? Okay. These numbers 4, 7, 10, etc. are the whole numbers. Okay. 4, 7, 10, etc. are the whole numbers. Their positions are 8, 16, 24, etc. Okay. That is the 8th term of our given sequence is 4, 16th term of the sequence is 7 and 24th term of the sequence is 10. Okay, that is 4, 7, 10, etc. are the whole numbers. Okay, then write the whole numbers in the arithmetic sequence 11 by 8, 14 by 8, 17 by 8, etc. So, what are the whole numbers? Four, 7, 10, etc. are the whole numbers. Okay, that is our nth term is 3n plus 8 by 8. Okay, now if 3n plus 8 is a multiple of 8, the fraction becomes the whole number. Okay, then when n equals 8, 16, 24, etc., the numerator becomes multiple of 8. Okay, so the fraction becomes a whole number. Now, when n equals 8, 16, 24, etc., the values are 4, 7, 10, etc. These are the whole numbers. So, our question, write the whole numbers in the arithmetic sequence 11 by 8, 14 by 8, 17 by, etc. Okay, the answer 4, 7, 10, etc. are the whole numbers of the given arithmetic sequence. Okay. Now our second part, do they form an arithmetic sequence? Can you say the numbers 4, 7, 10, etc.? Is this an arithmetic sequence or not? Yes, this is an arithmetic sequence with the common difference 4, 7, 10, etc. What is the common difference? 3. Okay, so the whole numbers are 4, 7, 10, etc. is also an arithmetic sequence with the common difference 3. Okay, next question. Prove that the arithmetic sequence 5, 8, 11, etc. contains no perfect squares. Okay, this sequence contains no perfect squares. Okay, so the last question we already done. Did you remember that question? Prove that the squares of all the terms of the given arithmetic sequence contains perfect squares. Did you remember? Okay, here the arithmetic sequence 5, 8, 11, etc. contains no perfect squares. For that, at first we have to find out the nth term. Here first term is 5, then common difference 3. Next, nth term xn is dn plus f minus d, that is 3n plus 5 minus 3, so 3n plus 2. Okay, that is the nth term of the sequence is multiple of 3 plus 2. Okay, that is the terms of the given sequence means the remainder on dividing each terms of the given sequence by 3 is 2. Okay, the remainder on dividing each terms of this sequence by 3, that is the common difference 3 is 2. Yes, then when we divide perfect squares by 3, we get remainder as 1 or 0. Okay, which are the perfect squares? Can you say perfect squares? 1, next 4, 9, 16, etc. Okay, just if we divide 4 by 3, what we get? 1 into 3, 3, remainder is 1. Okay, next let us take 9 by 3, what we get? 3 times 3 is 9, 9 minus 9, 0. So if we divide perfect squares by 3, we get remainder as 1 or 0. But in our sequence, if we divide each terms of the sequence or each terms of the given sequence by 3 is 2. Okay, now all of you listen. Just first we take the multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, etc. Okay, if we divide these numbers by 3, we get the remainder 0. So the nth term is 3n. Okay, the next, in case of remainder 1, which are the terms or numbers? 1, 4, 7, 10, etc. Okay, if we divide these numbers by 3, the remainder is 1. Okay, now the nth term is 3n minus 2. Third case, remainder 2. The numbers are 2, 5, 8, 11, etc. the nth term of this sequence is 3n minus 1. Okay. Now let us check the squares of these nth terms. Okay. So first 3n. 3n square. What is the square of this 3n? This is 9n square. It can be written as 3 into 3n square. 3 into 3 9, that is 9n square. Okay. Plus 0. There is no number. So we can say that 3n whole square is also a multiple of 3. Okay, that is remainder 0. The next second case 3n minus 2 whole square. 3n minus 2 whole square. Can you explain this? Yes. 3n whole square minus 2 into 3n into 2 plus 2 square. Okay, did you remember the identity? X minus y whole square is x square minus 2xy plus y square. Okay, that is 3n whole square is 9n square minus 2 into 3 6. 6 into 3 sorry 6 into 2 12. 12n plus 4, that is 9n square plus 9n square minus 12n plus 3 plus 1. 4 can be written as 3 plus 1. So take 3 outside. 3n square minus 4n plus 1 plus 1, that is 3 into 3 9n square minus 3 into 4 12n plus 3 into 1 3 plus 1. Okay, so we can say that 3n minus 2 whole square is a multiple of 3 plus 1. Can you understand? 3n minus 2 whole square is a multiple of 3 plus 1, or if we divide this number by 3, the remainder is 1. Okay. The next third case 3n minus 1 whole square. 3n minus 1 whole square, that is 3n whole square minus 2 into 3n into 1 plus 1. It can be written as 3n whole square is 9n square minus 6n plus 1. If we take 3 as outside, 3n square minus 2n plus 1. Okay. 3 into 3 9n square minus 3 into 2 6n plus 1. Okay. Here also if we divide the number by 3, the remainder is 1. Okay. 3 into a number. Here 3n square minus 2n is a number. So 3 into a number plus 1, or if we divide this number by 3, we get remainder 1. Okay. So in all these 3 cases, we don't get any remainder 2. We only get the remainder is 0 or 1. Okay. But in our question, the nth term of the given sequence 3n plus 2, or the terms of the sequence are divided by 3, the remainder is 2. The nth term of the sequence is 3n plus 2, whole square. Now let us find out the square of this nth term. That is 3n whole square plus 2 into 3n into 2 plus 2 square. That is 9n square plus 2 into 3, 6. 6 into 2, 12n plus 4. That is 9n square plus 12n plus 3 plus 1. Then if we take 3 in outside, 3n square plus 4n plus 1 plus 1. Okay. That is 3 into 3 9n square plus 3 into 4 12n plus 1 into 3 3 plus 1. Here this 4 can be written as 3 plus 1. Then here also if we divide a number, this number by 3, the remainder is 1, not 2. Okay. In this sequence the terms are divided by 2, the remainder is 2. Okay. But in all these cases we get the remainder is 0 or 1. Okay, in each squares. Thus we can say that the arithmetic sequence 5, 8, 11 etc. contains no perfect squares. Okay, can you understand? So what is our first step? First we find out the nth term. What was our nth term? Nth term is 3n plus 2, or the terms of the sequence is, if we divide the terms of the sequence by the common difference, we get the remainder is 2. But the square of the terms or the perfect squares, if we divide the perfect squares by 3, we get the remainder is 0 or 1. So the sequence 5, 8, 11 etc. contains no perfect squares. Okay. Yes, can you understand? Yes, okay.